Welcome friends. Today we have a very interesting topic. Time value of money. Is it funny? No. Money has got a lot of time value. Let us see how money has got time value. For example, a dollar spent today will be not of the same value if the same dollar is spent after a couple of years. What does that mean? Let us take an interesting example. There are three gentlemen where we are talking about. One a 26 years software professional, one a 45 years multinational employee of a mid-senior position, and another a 65 years old retired government employee. You give 100,000 to all these three gentlemen. What will they do with this money? Now see, when we say how will this gentleman utilize this money, it will be dependent on how much risk each of this gentleman will take. Let us talk about the software professional. He is 26 years, he is unmarried, he does not have much liability back at home. So his risk propensity will be much higher. He will like to go for the share market, invest this $100,000 in the share market and to see how much he will earn after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. Let us assume that the stocks in which this gentleman has invested is yielding him a return of more than 15% per annum. So here his money of 100,000 is giving him 15% return compounding for 3 years, which will be much higher than 100,000 today after 3 years. We talk about the second gentleman who is mid-40s working in a senior position in a multinational. He is not very conservative in his investment, but at the same time he has got a lot of liabilities. He has got 2 children, their educational expenses, his car loan, his house loan, his wife's beauty parlor expenses. Now for all this, he is a little bit skeptic to be as risky like our software guy. Still, he knows the money market, he knows the bond market, he knows the share market. He may prefer to invest this $100,000 in one corporate bond or 2 or 3 corporate bonds, which are giving him return of maybe 10% per annum. Now here also we see that after 3 years, value of this $100,000 of this gentleman is much more than $100,000. And our last example, a 65 years retired government employee. Now, he does not have a high risk propensity. He does not have a regular income. This money with him is very precious. But he does not want to keep it in an iron chest. He wants to invest it somewhere. Maybe he will invest this 100,000 in some government bonds, which is giving him 6% or 7% return per annum. Now see, in all these 3 examples, one thread is common. That value of $100,000 today and the value of this money after 3 years are much more than $100,000. This is why we say that money has got a time value. Also, in any economy, if we talk particularly about the emerging economies, there is a demon called inflation. Now, because of inflation, the value of 1 rupee today will be not 1 rupee, it will be lesser after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. So in inflationary periods, value of money reduces because of inflation. This also entails that money has got some time value. And third most important factor is that everybody will prefer $100,000 today as to $100,000 after 3 or 4 years, because here he is having a definite amount $100,000 today. But if he gets this $100,000 after 3 years, he does not know what will be the value of that $100,000 after 3 or 4 years. So all these things explain to us that money has got a vital time value.